Hello, it's Ricky Hatton, eh? If I found Triple B in bed with my new girl, I'd tuck him in 8. Subscribe and like 8. Oh yeah, first things, effing first, man. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't know who, but someone bought a Tyson Fury Pepe top t-shirt. Thank you very much, brother. Last week, a man made $10 out of that. So thank you. I much appreciate it. So someone is swaggering around with a drip, with a Triple B Tyson Fury Pepe t-shirt, man. Check out the merch below if you want your own. If you want to look bad, huh? Yeah, what up? Base Boxing Basement, yeah, one of the truth tellers, the few on YouTube, and that's why they persecute me. The Triple B. Anyway, yeah. So, one of my fans, Shane Bongos, inform me, right, about the change in Ricky Hatton's life. Hey, well, Ricky Hatton, when he isn't fleecing the fans for £90 for what they went under COVID against Marco Antonio Barrera for a spa, yeah, well, he's picked up a glamorous Playboy model, allegedly, called Chelsea Clare, 14 years his junior. I don't know how old Ricky is, though. But she's your typical utter, disgraceful, disgusting SKET, full of awful tattoos. You know, those cringe tattoos, especially the birds, they're wrong and put like in between the boobies and that. Oh, she's awful. She's like, I wouldn't say she's worse or as bad as Ebony Biatch is, because I don't think anyone is. Ebony Biatch is super gross. But this one is, I don't know, maybe she is worse. Have a look. It's wrongin'. Have a look at this wrongin'. And her ridiculous lips and filters on her pictures and crap tattoos. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ricky ain't no classy guy. But, you know, he had that girlfriend, didn't he? Jennifer. He had that girlfriend, Jennifer. What was her name? Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, Jennifer Dooley, right? You remember Jennifer Dooley, who was like, but obviously she's, you know, way, he's punching way above his weight. I mean, he's going to be punching above his weight against any bird, to be honest with you, you know? He'd be punching above his weight if he went out with Clarissa Shields. All right, maybe not Clarissa Shields, maybe not the greatest weave of all time. But, yeah, I mean, she was like about 6 inches taller than him. And then concocted this ridiculous story how they've been friends since they met at school, but it blossomed into romance incredibly when Ricky started making millions and tens of millions, you know. You know, and she was actually older than him, and they made up some story like they were in the same classes, even though they were different ages. It's just another lie, you know. I remember, right, I was working with this idiot. He was a real wrongin'. And he had a bit of money, for family money, and you know, he really fancied himself as being a bit special. And so anyway, he met some girl in like Stringfellas, right? You know, exactly like the kind of SKET that Ricky Hatton's been going out. And you know, he wanted to be real famous, so he's always trying to drop news stories about himself, even though they hadn't done much. And you know, and they made up a story how they both met. On first class, and they realised they had the same name, and that's how they met. And I was like, yeah. I know you met in Stringfellas. You're wrongin'. But yeah, so you know, this Ricky Hatton. So Jennifer Dooley, you remember she melodramatically started crying when the Pac-Man, when the Roid Man flattened her boo. You know, flatlined him, man. He looked like he was deed. Yeah, Ricky Hatton's chin let him down again. The bodybuilder Floyd Mayweather. I mean, Floyd Mayweather doesn't knock anyone out, especially not at welterweight. Yeah, the huge bodybuilder who tried to bully ridiculously, even though he's 5'6", about a fruit machine. He got chinned. And Manny Pac-Man, the Roid Rager, who started as a light flyweight, ironed him out as well. And he's weak to the body as well, because Shevchenko done him to the body. He started crying afterwards. Oh, the working class hero of Ricky Hatton, crying about homophobia and COVID and pushing the jabba ding dong on people. What a scumbag. And then spawning the equally odious Camp Bell-End Hatton. You know, we have to put up with this because of him. I think Camp Bell-End was just a one night thing as well. I ain't seen the mother. I mean, Campbell didn't actually turn out too ugly, considering who his dad was. He's one of the ugliest fighters I think I've ever seen, Ricky Hatton. He's always got like cold sores on his face and stuff like that. He's like the Wayne Rooney kind of looks school, really ugly. Yeah, bad skin, sores on the face. Anyway. So he managed to if you snag this hideous thing, this grotesque thing, and apparently a turn-ons are hygiene and tattoos. How can a turn-on be hygiene? Basically what she's saying, she's disgusted SKET, and she's into the most disgusting things, but you got to wash your body parts if you want to get up to that thing. I mean, that's the reality, right? And she thinks Ricky's tattoos are so great. Ricky's tattoos, when he was young, he used to be quite base, like a British bulldog, with the Union Jack waistcoat, and then he did all of these trendy ones. What a mug Ricky Hatton is. So yeah, this Chelsea. Apparently from Ireland. I thought Irish people used to have a lot more respect for themselves, their culture, their people, their religious beliefs. They're proud people. And look, within 2 generations, or 1 generation especially, they've been turned into, And obviously they're ruled by the EU, so they have to, they have to take all this propaganda on. And the Taoiseach, one of them, he was a half Indian Battimans. This is the Irish people, who are against Batti business. Proud of their own peeps, and now look at the country being run over. It's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. She's another casualty. Well, he got to take the blame too of being a disgusting SKET. Yeah. Anyway, it's just another depressing mum story. She's quite a pretty girl. If you just took away her makeup and face, and the stupid tattoos, and she was reasonable, she'd be quite a good-looking local girl and be nice and work in the baker's shop or the pie shop. But she'd watch her figure so she wouldn't be eating too many pies. Ricky Hatton would come in to buy pies every day, and they could be like a normal, working-class old school couple. But nah, instead he's a disgusting, degenerate weirdo who wears a gimp mask, who wears women's clothing often, on more than one occasion, women's underwear, and likes like cocaine. Cheats on his wife and whatever, and all these things, and she's a disgusting. I don't even know if she has only funds. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan of Ricky or you, Chelsea, you SKET. So yeah. I mean, Ricky, every article with Ricky, Ricky Hatton suffered from mental health problems and revealed he were considering suicide. There he goes, yeah, he said. I mean, imagine, obviously this is the son, the scum, which is obviously just pushing the agenda to working class people, especially the more supposedly right wing. Well, there's no such thing. There's no such dichotomy. This is just facile. But anyway, he goes, at the end, since retiring, he's earned the plaudits for his openness in discussing his battle with depression and addiction. Oh, well done, Ricky. The working class hero was the subject of a documentary titled Hatton. I haven't watched this. I might do just for the lols, which explores his battle with mental health. Mental health battles. Of course, it's going to damage your brain. Yeah, if you drink like 20 pints of lager every time you go out, and you go out every day, and then you sniff like 5 packets on top of that, of course you're going to have mental health problems. Of course you're going to feel depressed. Cocaine's the worst. As I said, all the people that I know, except one, that commit suicide, and that's about 8. Yeah, it's quite heavy numbers, I guess. But I don't, some of them were like friends of girlfriends and stuff like that. They weren't, but I knew them on a social level. They all were on, except one on antidepressants and did a lot of cocaine. What does that show you? Well, neither of them are good for you if you want to stay alive. Cocaine's got a terrible, terrible effect on the mental health and suicide. So Ricky, I don't feel you haven't got mental health problems. You've got self-inflicted problems from being a fat pig who can't stop drinking and doing yayo. Yeah, I do have some sympathy because people get addicted. I've been there myself, but most of us don't have a £50 million fortune, right? Which makes treatment a lot easier as well, Anyway, I don't dislike Ricky, to be honest. I'm just very disappointed with Ricky, how he got bought. because he was a warrior, you know. Early on in the day, he was a warrior, and he was my favorite fighter at one time. He was my favorite fighter at one time, but I can't, you know, I can't back him now. Nor can I back Campbell. Why? Because of his arrogance and because he's so whack. It's not, well, it is, it's not really his fault he's been pushed onto us, right? You know, because obviously they want to make some money out of him. But, you know, saying that he beat that Sonny Martinez who dusted him 5 rounds out of 6, and keep him, and he trains all day. You know, this guy doesn't have it. And most guys that aren't like serious prospects, he ain't a serious prospect, he's a joke prospect. You know, got to hold down jobs and stuff. He gets to train all day. He gets the best promoter because of Ricky and Matthew training him, who I secretly actually thinks enjoys and wants him to get beat to spite Ricky, right? But yeah, I mean, you know, and he's just really cocky. You know, I see in Manchester, I see this guy swaggering like, you know, them little chavs, just real, you know, a real high opinion of themselves. Yeah, and you can see it in his interviews, and you know, just be a bit more humble, be a bit more humble, like Gay J, for example, and don't shop at their curry houses, eh? Ain't, you mug. Yeah, another thing that's super tragic about this story is like, you know, just like Jennifer Dooley. You know, don't tell me this woman who's, what is she, 5'10" or whatever, and you know, probably the prettiest girl in her school or whatever. You know, would go for a Ricky if Ricky was a dustman. And obviously, you know, it's never that simple because a man has to bring something to the table, right? You know, something good to the table for a woman to want them. So you know, I mean, but I mean. And you know, you could give it to me. Yeah, he wants to rump up, you know, some pretty birds because you know, usual set of circumstances. A man like him would never be able to get close to a hot woman. Not that this SKET is hot. She's disgusting, and she's made it. Like I said, she just kept playing the norm without no tattoos and stupid lip fillers and things. Probably a pretty sweet girl working in a pie shop or a bakery, and instead she's a disgusting SKET. Now, you know, but obviously, you know, and Ricky, he's 15-year-old, she's like 31, and he's like, I suppose, what is he, 45, 46, whatever. Like, you know, I mean, you can't be that imbecilic to realise that she's not in it for his looks. And well, he might fool himself, she likes me personality, because of me down-to-earth personality. She likes me jokes. You know, I said to her the other day, right, you know what, I were with her, Chelsea, I were with Crystal, and I said, Crystal, you know, if I find Triple B in bed with you, I'd tuck him in. Hey, the Muppet. But you know, I mean, you must know, like, she ain't in it. She ain't in it to further her career, obviously, her so-called career, which is a 31-year-old Insta SKET. Yeah, you know, she'll see me doing hardcore. You know, once she got a name out there and she's broke up with Ricky, yeah, she'll be doing some disgusting stuff on OnlyFans or whatever. I don't even like to talk of the name of that disgusting company, the satanic company. But yeah. So Ricky, I mean, Ricky must know, surely. I mean, he can't possibly think that you know, if she finds him attractive or has a great sense of humour or is intelligent, it's just for the cash and the publicity. You know, he's a PR prop. He's a PR prop, and I don't see this having a happy ending.